Knicks family, what's poppin'? It's your boy. And you see who's here, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, I don't know why he trusts me to come back to his house, but I did, and I took mad stuff already, people.
Don't worry about it. I got cameras all over this place, so I ain't worried about it. If he really took stuff, I saw on camera.
Oh, man.
But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, what's popping with you, man? We got some stuff to talk about with the New York Knicks.
Yes, sir.
Up here in the chat, we got Andy, we got Guillermo, and we're gonna jump right into it. We'll jump right into the obvious move. Leon Rose waived Allonzo Trier, and he picked up off of waivers Theo Hinson. Right? Theo Pinson. What is it? Hinson or Pinson? What is it?
I think it's Pinson.
Pinson, Pinson, from the Brooklyn Nets. I'm not sure how I feel about it. Obviously, Allonzo Trier, he's a guy that didn't really get a good shake with the New York Knicks. We don't know all the information behind it, the reasons why. So it's hard to say why. I think I have an idea, and this is just me thinking about it, nothing that I know of. I think I understand why. I think that, listen, Zoe was going to be a free agent this summer. I think he probably told the Knicks, Rich Paul is his agent, probably told the Knicks, hey, I'm not coming back. You might as well waive me now. And Leon Rose, having the relationships that he has, with Rich Paul and people that are like, says, okay, you know what, we'll waive you now. Maybe you'll have a chance to get picked up by a playoff team during this time period where players can be picked up on playoff teams. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I want to know what you guys think about it. Andy, Guillermo, what's up, man? What do you guys think?
What up, Chad?
I agree with what you came with. Look, I agree with you. That they probably looked at it like he's not going to be here for the future. They probably had a mutual agreement to part ways. My biggest issue is that the fact that they weren't able to make him fit into the team. I mean, to me, he's the type of guy that everyone, you look down the road, and I'm not saying he's going to be this. He might be a bust, whatever. But, we all look at certain type of players and we say, damn, man, I wish I would have had a Lou Williams. I wish I had this. And it's like we had a player who, yes, he may not have been, because he's not a prototypical point guard, but he's a guy who could score off the bench. And I thought he made some strides in spurts. I feel like he must have done something from the Fizzo era that made somebody pissed. And I mean, you burned the bridge and you could not rebuild it because it just didn't make any sense for a guy who could be productive the way he could be scoring, and you couldn't find a way to make him a beast off the bench. I mean, so look, we moved on. I mean, we traded guys like KP, so I guess this doesn't rank nowhere near as high. But again, it's just unfortunate we couldn't make it work because you might go to and someone put it here, Pedro Matos. He said maybe they drafted Trier to try to attract KD.
Well, that makes sense. That could be.
It could have been, and so maybe if you look at it, that was what we drafted him with the Steve Mills regime, Steve Mills Perry.
Yep.
What was it? 27. It was 2018.
That's 2 years, right? 2 years ago. 2018.
Yeah.
So I mean, it is what it is. I wish him all the best, man. I do like watching him play, but again, he's the type of player I feel like the Knicks are going to be. Yeah, we have to get a score, blah blah off the bench. And yes, he did have his contract up, but you tell me he couldn't have been part of this whatever you want to call a core of RJ and Mitchell Robinson. I mean, I hate giving up productive young players that weren't a cancer to the team. Oh, let me say this. I don't know what he did behind the scenes, but I don't think when I saw him interact with players, it didn't seem like people push him off like D'Angelo Russell when he snitched on Nick Young. It didn't seem like that. So, good luck to him. Now we got.
I don't know, man. I mean, maybe it has to do with relationships beyond Allonzo Trier and the players in the team.
That's a big issue, Sim. I said this before, bro. We can't have a situation. Sorry to cut you off. We can't have a situation where agents and don't get me wrong, Rich Paul, the conflict of interest with LeBron James, basically puppeting that whole thing. It's a big conflict of interest, and the NBA's turned a blind eye to it, which is effed up. But I don't like the fact that stuff gets into the way where you can't build a team the way you like because agents in the background, they have their beefs. And this is one of the issues that's going to happen with a guy like Leon Rose. As much as I like the hires that he's made so far in terms of front office, he does still have that background of being connected, or just he's still connected to the agency, whether he's not directly connected anymore, but he still has those connections and stuff, agents that he doesn't like. And I think the same thing's happening with the Lakers, right? Where, what's this guy's name? The current GM. What the hell is this guy's name?
Oh, geez, what's his name?
Rob, whatever.
Rob Pelinka.
Rob
Pelinka.
Yeah.
Thank you. He looks like Rob Lowe, but yeah, Rob Pelinka. That guy, like, it's the same thing where because he was an agent, he's an agent. There might be some strife or some tension with other agents saying, "Nah, don't go to the Lakers." You know what I mean? So that's one of the drawbacks you get with having a guy like Leon Rose. So I hope it works out. I hope it works out both ends, where we could kind of draft a guy.
Well, when I'm like, you say with Leon Rose, I don't think so. His agent is Rich Paul now, right? But it wasn't always. At one point, he was with Joe Dumars.
Right.
Joe Dumars was his agent. Joe Dumars has a very good relationship with Scott Perry. Okay, so at the time that Allonzo Trier wasn't drafted. Allonzo Trier was supposed to be drafted with the 50 whatever pick by the Knicks. But when Mitchell Robinson was not drafted by the Los Angeles Lakers or anybody else, the Knicks decided, we're going to draft Mitchell Robinson instead. They called Allonzo Trier. They said, hey, we're going to go with the big guy. If you're still here when the draft finished, then we'll sign you as an undrafted free agent or an undrafted rookie. They signed him as an undrafted rookie with Joe Dumars being his agent. Joe Dumars took a job last year, whatever, with the Sacramento Kings. So he was no longer his agent. He switched over to another agent who was in Joe Dumars' group of his agency or whatever. The relationship between Scott Perry and that guy maybe was not the same. And that's unfortunate if that's the case. And maybe the whole thing with Allonzo Trier was all about relationships with Joe Dumars and KD. Maybe from the beginning, that's what it was all about. I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. Go ahead, Isaiah.
Well,
wake up.
I'm up first.
This guy slept through the entire Front Stoop episode, ladies and gentlemen. We had an episode just before this on the Front Stoop. He stayed up for about 3 songs and slept for the other 7.
First of all, it wasn't like that. I stayed up for most of them. I just before we talk, I want
look at the Front Stoop. Go look at the Front Stoop and watch, and you'll see him sitting back snoring and then jump up and act like he heard the song.
Andy, you see how they do me, Andy? They see how they do me, man?
Isaiah, I'm with you, man. I slept through the Front Stoop too, man.
See, look, that's not good, man. That's putting the front. People are gonna say, well, that must be a boring show. Even one of the hosts can't stay awake.
First of all, I wanted to say to Ishmael, no, I get it. I look like Kendrick Perkins. Everybody in the chat keeps saying I look like Kendrick Perkins. Yeah, I get it. I got a bald head and a big beard. I get it. And yes, I snuck into his house, everybody. Yes, I did. But no, when it comes to Allonzo Trier, man, when I seen the report, I wasn't really, be honest with you, Sam, I wasn't really taken back by it. It wasn't really that shocking, because if you watch the season like we all did, we all knew something was up. Besides Sim, because you got to kiss the ring. He knows everything. He's got his insider trades in MSG. He knows everything. But to be honest, man, if you look at the season, it was weird. Why, like the first game, besides David Fizdale being an idiot and starting Allonzo Trier to start as point guard, he was off this whole season. He was only playing garbage time minutes, barely get any playing time. So, seriously, man, it was odd because we're all wondering, this the same dude that averaged like 10 points on like 52% shooting or 55% shooting last year. Why is he not playing? But, it's unfortunate that, behind the scenes stuff affected his playing time. And, yeah, man, I know we're going to dig more deep into it as the show goes on, but I'm not really shocked about it. And I do think personally that it's not the biggest loss for Knicks right now. So, we're going to talk about it though. So
yeah, I don't know how much more there is to dig deeper. He's waived, so another team can pick him up off of waivers. So we'll see if another team picks him up off of waivers, or if he clears waivers, signs him, because Theo Pinson was just waived less than 48 hours ago by the Brooklyn Nets so that they can pick up Tyler somebody. Right?
Tyler Johnson.
Tyler Johnson, yeah. So they can pick up Tyler Johnson. So we'll see how that. I don't know. I guess we'll see when Allonzo Trier goes to another team if he's able to be productive. Because the one thing I will say, there was a lot of times when people say, "Well, look, he comes in the game and he drops 11 straight points," or he's 8 for 11 from the field, or well, maybe not 8 for 11, but yeah, maybe even 8 for 11. But a lot of times he did it in garbage time. I'm not saying that he couldn't. Well, he wasn't going to do that every time he stepped on the court against the top-notch competition. I'm not saying that he wouldn't have produced, because we did see him produce in games. But a lot of the times when he went on those kind of runs, it was against some of the worst competition that's in the NBA. I do think that he could have been a lightning bug type of guy. Maybe it just wasn't in the cards. I know, I think he's going to end up with the Nets when it's all said and done. Maybe not for these upcoming playoffs.
Yeah, you sound just like Woj when he does like a Woj bomb. It sounds like he's going to the Nets. He might go to the... Yeah, he's going to the Nets, man.
I don't know.
Who do you know?
Anyway, all I'm saying is, I'm just,
no.
How long have I been saying that I think he's going to end up with the Nets?
Guillermo, you hear this
bro,
guy?
I've been saying it for a minute. I just
Guillermo,
that's just
you hear this guy,
intuition,
Guillermo?
bro. It's just intuition.
Guillermo, it's
just intuition. I feel like he might end up with the Brooklyn Nets.
Sim knew for a whole year why Allonzo Trier wasn't playing. He ain't going to tell nobody, man.
No, nothing about that. I don't know nothing about that. All I know is I think he may end up with the Brooklyn Nets. That's just what I think.
Oh, man.
He may not. He may get picked up by the Lakers.
How confident are you, Sim? How confident are you?
How confident am I?
Yeah.
I'm not confident because I don't know anything.
God.
I just think this is just my opinion. It's just my opinion that I think he's going to end up with the Nets. He could end up with the Lakers, right? Avery Bradley's not playing. They're looking for a shooting guard. They've been looking at J.R. Smith. Might be the guy that ends up there. Now, Allonzo Trier's free. Rich Paul is his agent. LeBron's on the Lakers. He could end up in LA.
Guys, let's remember that I'm not sure, but I think I'm going to be right. If any of the players from the bubble league gets COVID tested positive, I think Trier might be picked up right then, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I guess right now there's a transaction window. I'm not sure when that transaction window ends, but
it's for a week. Yeah, but now it's for a week. But after the transaction window, if the player gets tested positive for, it can be, they can pick up a player in replacement for that guy. So I think he might be looking for that chance too.
Yeah. Right. So and that is probably why he's been waived now, because they could have waited. So I really do think that Allonzo Trier said, hey,
Yeah.
I'm not coming back. I'm going to move on. Can you waive me now so I can get picked up and play, in the bubble league? And that's what happened.
Yeah, but I do want to chime into what you said before, which I think Knicks fans got to realize that, we get that, Allonzo scored like 10 points in like 13 minutes on like 5 of 6 shooting, but those were against, garbage time when we getting blown out, the end of the bench guys, that, we're down by 40 points with like 5 minutes left in the game, so they just want to go home, you know what I'm saying? So they don't even try and play D. So, it's just with Allonzo, man, there's a lot of stuff we got to put in context with Zoe. So, because I think, for the most part, the reaction I'm getting from a lot of people, especially even on the chat, is that people are not that upset that, Zoe got waived, So, like I said, I know we're going to dig deep into it now, so, this is going to go and everything.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you keep saying we're going to dig deeper into it, like we're trying to dig, but you keep putting off the digging. Just go ahead and say what you're going to say.
Oh, no. Come on. Hey, man! I thought you wanted to call people and people call in and.
Yeah, I'm gonna get. Listen, we got the same guy that the first guy that always calls in. He's the same guy. I'm gonna get to him.
Oh, my man from Breaking Bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to him. But
he sound like the dude from Breaking Bad, man. He do.
But what do we know about Theo Pinson?
Nothing. He's a cheerleader, man. Like, come on, bro.
Theo Pinson, last year, this season, 2019-2020, played 33 games with the Nets. He averaged 3.6 points per game. He shot 29% from the field. He shot 18.8% from three. He did shoot 93.8% from the free throw line.
What? 5 free throws?
And he's a shooting guard. How can you shoot 29% from the field and he shoots worse than Frank Ntilikina?
Yeah, maybe they picked him up to make look Frank good, man.
Yeah, there you go. And for his career, he's been in the league for 2 years. And his average is, I don't care about the points per game. Who cares right now, right? But he shoots 30% from the field and 21% from three for his career.
Oof.
I don't know.
I don't know what to say about that. It looked crazy. Like you can't even defend it because it looked crazy.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
That is
I don't know.
I'll say this though. Look. Let's be completely honest about one thing. I think as Knicks fans, every move that we do is not going to be a home run move. I think we got to realize that though, son, Guillermo and Andy, that every move that we make is not going to be great.
It doesn't have to be a home run. You could give me a single. This dude is a strikeout, bro.
Just let the baseball hit the wood of the bat.
Yeah, dogs. 30%
even if it's a foul ball.
You know what though, Sim? If the Knicks, I don't know, if the Knicks would have waived Allonzo and would have picked up at least the kid from the G League. What's that kid named? The Peters? Is it the point guard?
Lamar Peterson? Well, I mean, listen, they just picked up another point guard.
Yeah, we drafted a point guard.
No, I mean, they waived Kadeem Allen and picked up another point guard.
Yeah, some two-way play from the.
Someone said Lance Thomas 2.0.
Theo Pinson?
Yo, shout out to Danny Thomas with the $2 chat, man. He said,
Lance Thomas shot 40% from three one year, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Before he got injured, I remember that.
And he was a good defender. Theo Pinson, all his highlights are him celebrating on the bench.
Man.
He's a CA. See, this thing I don't like, right? So he's a CAA.
My bad.
Right?
Go ahead.
He's a CAA agent, player, right? So I just don't want to where we're giving favors. And look, it's a small favor, right? But I don't want even small favors because if you don't deserve to be on a team, you don't deserve to be on a team, man. There's some other Lamar. I'm not saying that he's taking Lamar Peters' spot, but I want to see us give opportunities to people who are based off of merit, not because I'm doing this guy solid and Man, I don't give a damn about no Theo Pin. No offense, Theo Pinson. You will bust my butt in basketball any time of the day, but I'm not a professional basketball player. And honestly, at 30% from the field and 21% from three, and whatever terrible stats you had, no offense, maybe you might not be a basketball player at the NBA level, because I don't know. What are we gonna do with this, bro? What are we gonna do? Okay, forget the contract, forget the stuff, right? Just look at the fact that we had to we did not, whatever happened with Allonzo Trier happened, but we let go of a guy that his rookie year shot 45% from the field. And now we're bringing on a guy who shot 30% from the field. Not 30% from three, which is still bad, 30% from the field. What are we doing here? I'm not trying to kill Leon Rose saying that this is the end all be all, whatever. This is minor, but to me, it just feels like a crappy precedent where
hey, Guillermo,
if you're a player, we might give you a little favor to come. Nah, the Knicks should not be a favored team. We should be a team where, oh, you bust butt. Oh, you play like that? Oh, come play with the Knicks. We want you to come and build this team, man.
Hey, Guillermo, tell me this though, Guillermo. And you know what? It's crazy, right? Me and Sim talked about Sim. Actually, I'm gonna steal Sim's sign right here. Tell me how you feel about this. What if Leon Rose said, "You know what, Kenny Atkinson, who would you rather have?" Allonzo.
Oh, he tried to steal my thunder. Yeah, I was wondering what he was saying. He tried to steal my thunder. Go ahead.
I'm gonna steal the thunder.
Stealing my thunder.
It's my show right now. I snuck into the house. It's my show. No. So what if you know what, Kenny Atkinson is the coach, and he's like, you know what, I want one of my guys here. What if he's like, you know what, I like Theon Prince. What is his name? What's his name? What's his name? I don't know. What's his name again?
Theo Prince.
Theo. Come on,
Theo. Wait, Theo.
It's right here on the screen.
Wait, where? Oh,
Theo Pinson.
Theo. I was kind of close.
Prince.
Theo Prince. What if seriously though? What if Kenny Atkinson is the head coach and he's like, I want one of my guys here, and it's that, and he's like, I don't really mess with Zoe.
The only thing I'll say to that is that that's not necessarily a bad theory, but you usually want a guy that's going to be playing heavy minutes on the floor or even in a back row, because you want that guy to be able to convey Kenny Atkinson's concepts to the players better. Because again, it's easier when you could get guys to basically replicate what you want to do on the floor, right? No offense to Theo Pinson, and I don't want to seem like I'm trolling him or whatever, but what is it that Theo Pinson in a roll up the bench, what does he do on the court where it's like, yo, that is a staple of Kenny Atkinson, or he's the type of guy that, you know, I look for a coaching role later on, but
but what if, you know, they had some conversations and he's like, hey, I really like Theo. He has some things that I don't know. I'm just saying, you know, what if? What if? I mean, what if?
Guillermo,
who knows?
He's so bad that you can't even say, like, you can't even try to speculate as to why. But you know what? Look.
Because he's a developer.
If it's the type of guy that could be a rock, but I'm scared of this, right? That you need to depend, and I don't say depend, but you need to keep a rah guy versus maybe say if he brought on, well, Joe Harris is a fairly solid player. Like if he brought on a lesser guy, maybe another vet from the Nets who got minutes, but, you know, maybe got 15 minutes here and there, but was a glue guy, a guy in a locker. Maybe Theo Pinson is that. I don't know. That's not necessarily a far-fetched idea, Isaiah and Sim. So, but it's just, come on. But you know what? Screw it. It has to be, because Theo Pinson's so bad that he has to be like a rah guy. He helps guys get in the, you know, it's like the SNL shit with the Cavaliers and the Lakers. I mean, Cavaliers and LeBron, where is basically the rest of his team they do everything for LeBron, non-basketball. But, you know, because it's like, come on, 30% from the field, bro.
I don't know, man. Look. Young Simba said Theo Pinson has a signature celebration in 2K. And he's not lying. He's telling the truth.
He really does, for real?
That's what he said. What? That's not a joke. It's facts.
Oh, my Lord.
That's crazy. Yo, big shout out to Justin Hernandez, man. Thank you for the super chat. He said, is that Isaiah learning the force from Master Sin? I don't know what he's learning. It's hard to get him to learn.
First of all,
we'll just leave it at that.
First of all, Justin, he's talking about my reading level. I was really good.
I didn't say anything.
Nah, that's what he's trying to get at. Listen, people were trying to come at me. People were trying to come at my reading, talking about I read like I'm talking to a child. But man, my reading's good. Yeah, I'm learning. Everybody, this is a nice house. He got like six.
I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything about his reading.
Hey, listen, I need people to understand, right? I'm in this man's house. He got like 16 cars.
Oh,
yeah, I pull up to his house. Right. I'm snitching. He got like 16 cars.
Don't believe him.
Black on black.
Don't believe him.
Yo, he had a Muslim bodyguard outside saying.
Right.
Oh, man.
Yeah, right. Danny Thomas said, thank you for the super chats. He said, Trier is gone. I hope Dotson gets heavy playing time. Damian Dotson is a free agent this season, this summer as well. So.
You know what we should do, Tim?
I don't know.
We should check down all the free agents who are CAA representatives.
I think Theo Pinson is a CAA client.
That's getting scary, man.
I think he is, right?
Man, I'm just gonna add on Pinson. I'm on add on Pinson. I don't know if you guys follow on Unplug a guy. I hope you're good with it, Sim. Spencer Perlman on Twitter. He's a scout for Stepien. And he said he had praise for Pinson. So you know the numbers might not show it, but he said he's a solid player, young but solid. So no, I'm hoping he's gonna pan out. But for this moment, man, I think I'd go even with Lance Thomas over Pinson.
So I mean, but what does he do?
Well, he's a defender. He's a wing defender.
What did he use to back him up as saying that he's a solid player?
Right.
Oh, I'm gonna fix you I'm gonna link it to it tweet even because I was looking up, looking for info for Pinson and actually Spencer Perlman had a tweet on it right, off the bat. So.
I'm gonna watch a highlight video and they're showing like 30 ads just because it's so
here we go. Well, I don't want to say here we go. For the Long Island Nets this season, he averaged 15.1 points and 6.6 rebounds for the Long Island Nets. He has a $1.7 million team option for 2020 and 2021. According to ESPN's Bobby Marks, the Knicks will have until October 17th at 5 p.m. to decide on that option. They want to keep him or not.
Yeah, I'm watching his Tar Heel highlights. These are some of the most generic highlights I've ever seen.
Sim, I'm gonna quote you the thing that Spencer wrote, and it's you can have a link for it, but he said that he's a playmaking wing, good defender, and his shot has improved tremendously since UNC.
He shot 30%.
So what? He must have shot about 10% at UNC.
For real, man.
This guy's about taking the money, bro. What is he talking about?
But maybe, I mean, but we're talking about his shot and all of that. But maybe he's only played like 11 minutes a game.
Sim, I'm gonna just say my theory.
Hold on, but he said someone said look at the G League stats. All right, Julian Train, you make a good point. Let's look at the G League.
Yeah, let's see that's what I was going to say. Let's see what the G League stats are, because in the NBA, 2018 and 19, he played 11.7 minutes. 19-20, he played 11.1 minutes per game. Maybe he's the kind of player that needs a little bit more time on the floor to get into a rhythm. Who knows?
All right. So G League stats. Oh man, G League stats were. Hold on, give me 2 seconds to widen this out. G League stats. He shot. Averaged 15.1 points a game, 42% from the field, 37% from three. Okay. 76.5% from the free throw line, 6.6 rebounds, 5.1 assists, 2.7 turnovers, 0.8 blocks. Yeah.
That's a versatile stat line for the G League, man.
It's versatile, but the thing about
6.6 rebounds, 5.1 assists, man.
But what were his shooting percentages again?
42 and 37.
Yeah.
42 and 37. Okay. Well, I guess we'll see. We will see. Let me get to a phone call real quick, and then we'll get back around to everybody. Caller, you're live. Nothing but Knicks. What's popping?
Hey, what's up, Sim?
What's going on? I told you.
I knew that's the dude. That's the Breaking Bad
I
dude.
told you. What's going on, man? You're the first caller every show, man. I mean, much love to you. We're just saying.
I don't know who's calling. I just figure it's like any other radio show. If you don't call in, you're not getting on.
There you go. There you go. So what's going on with you, bro? What's your thoughts, man? How you feeling about it?
I love this show. I love you guys, but I can't have Isaiah talk nothing about me. I mean, I don't know. My voice may sound crazy, but it's my voice. It's what I was given. But I watched you cook chicken on live TV. I watched you cook chicken live on a stream, man.
He's exposing us.
Wait, what I said? I just said you sound like the dude from Breaking Bad. There's nothing wrong with that.
I don't care, man. You can't talk about nobody. You cook chicken on a live stream.
You not cook chicken on a live stream.
He's mad.
You cook chicken on a live stream. I've been watching this show like 3 years, man.
He don't sound like a Breaking Bad dude anymore, man. He's angry.
I know, yo. That dude sound like Walter White right now.
Coming at you, Isaiah.
No, I'm just saying. I can't take a joke from that guy. He cooked chicken on live stream.
Okay,
all right.
right.
You guys, you can get at me. But no.
My bad, man. Go sell that meth, bro.
No, I just say Trier is a casualty. I liked him. I've been on the show, call the show a bunch, and I've been a Trier supporter. But we had to pay him $4.5 million if we kept. So
Trier had. You said we would have had to pay him $4.5 million.
Yeah, because we would have had to pick up his option in order to be able to move him or do anything else, which means we have to offer him his qualifying offer, which would have been $4.5 million. We couldn't have moved him any other way.
I didn't know that Trier had a qualifying offer.
What?
Yeah, well, if we didn't extend him an offer, he's a restricted free agent.
Right.
We have to give him a qualifying offer. It's not like he's unrestricted; he'd go anywhere.
Okay.
Like if we want to keep him and trade him, we couldn't trade him until the free agency period, which means no trade for him at the draft. And then we would have had to pick up his rights to be able to trade him. Other than that, any team could just offer whatever they want, and we have the ability to match it. So I just think they just got rid of him. They picked up a guy for 1.5. I think he's making that whatever. It doesn't even matter what his name is. He won't be on the Knicks in 2 months. But
so you're right. He's right. The Knicks would have had to extend. Well, they could have not extended a qualifying offer and just let him become an unrestricted free agent.
Yeah, but then we lose him for nothing. I mean, at least we got the 1.5.
I mean, yeah. I mean, we got that guy, but then, I mean, you got Theo. So, but if you waive Theo Pinson, then you still basically lost him for nothing, right?
No, but if you add him in as a salary filler in a trade, then you got rid of him. But you got value for Trier, because if we'd just not picked up his option and he became unrestricted, that was, we paid him his money and then we get nothing back for him. So I think it's a shrewd move by Leon. I mean, you're not gonna pay him his money. He didn't play enough to earn it. I don't want to give him money like we gave Ron Baker for nothing. So
yeah, we did give Ron Baker some money.
Yeah, we paid him for hustle.
That's the same contract. We would have had to give him that Ron Baker contract at least, just to hold on to him. No.
So I'm just thinking about this real quick, because all right, so you waive him. It's not like they traded him, right? It's not like they traded him for Theo Pinson. They waived Theo Pinson was waived. Allonzo Trier was waived. The Knicks claimed Theo Pinson off of waivers. Now, they have to decide whether or not to pick up his option. He has a player option, or there's a team option for next season, right? And the Knicks have to decide whether or not to pick up that option by October the 17th. If they don't pick up the option, now they can't include him, but they could have included Allonzo Trier in a trade. As a matter of fact, wouldn't his oh, maybe not. I was gonna say, wouldn't Allonzo Trier's his contract be more valuable because it was a little bit more, right? So it would help be a trade filler. You know, it would help make up some money.
No, because we'd have to wait until free agency.
Why?
I mean, I don't think Pinson's going to make it like on draft night. I think.
You know what? You're probably right. You probably couldn't trade Allonzo Trier because he was going to be a free agent. Theo Pinson's contract goes beyond this year because there's an option. So yeah, you probably couldn't have traded Allonzo Trier in the draft. You're right. I mean, so you did pick up a trade chip.
I mean, we could have kept them. We could have kept them if we had roster spots. We don't have any roster spots. You know?
No, but it makes sense. I mean, it does make sense there. They did pick up when you look at it now. Yes, they picked up a trade chip. You're right. Because because Allonzo Trier was in the last year of his contract, they couldn't trade him during the draft. In order to trade someone, they've got to have other years or an option for another year or something like that. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming.
I think that's all that was. I mean,
it's a good point.
It makes me think about what we're doing draft night, though, depending on our pick, because I think he's loading up. I'm feeling we're going after Melo if our pick's good enough.
Oh my God.
You said you think what?
I think he's loading up to make a move on draft night. I mean, maybe Melo, maybe another, a star player or something, but I think he's definitely loading up for it.
Okay. What Melo are we talking about?
LaMelo Ball. LaMelo Ball.
I thought you were talking about
LaMelo. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
LaMelo.
Okay. Hey, you could be right. Hey, I appreciate your call, man.
No, thank you very much. And as long as I'm not Jesse, I'm fine with Breaking Bad.
Hey, man, you sound like the dude, man. I'm not going to come at you. You sound like the dude, man. It's all right.
No, it's fine. I was just messing with you, I know, man. Guys. I was just messing with you, but no, as long as it's not Jesse, I'm cool. Jesse was a punk.
All right, man.
Jesse was a punk.
Caller, you live with Nothing But Knicks. What's popping?
Yo, Blackest Time. Shout out to the chat. It's good,
what's good, brother? How you feeling?
What's up?
I'm good. I'm about to go to sleep, but I figured I'd call in real quick. Isaiah looked like he losing weight.
Hey, thank you.
He's been working out.
Hey, thank you, man. I'm trying, man. Everybody keeps sounding like Kendrick Perkins right now, but it is what it is. I'll take the compliment.
No doubt, Pete. What are we talking about?
Yo, Tony, man. Oh, Tony crazy.
Pros never change.
We talking about that this whole Allonzo Trier thing, man.
Yeah, I seen that.
I seen that.
I don't know. I mean, they would have had to pay him. I know that. And I don't know if he was worth. I mean, it's a catch-22 because when he was on the floor and he played, he produced. We all seen that, but he don't pass the ball. Like he don't do much else, and when he's not scoring, he didn't really have any value.
Yeah. No, I think I don't know if you heard the guy. I think the guy that was on just before you made a lot of sense. You wouldn't be able to trade Allonzo Trier during the draft because this is the last year of his contract, and you either got to give him a qualifying offer or you have to you either got to give him a qualifying offer or you got to let him be an unrestricted free agent. Theo Pinson, they picked him up, they claimed him off waivers, they inherit that contract, and there's an option. So that may, and I'd have to do some more research, that may make him tradable during the draft. Because he has an option for next season.
Yeah, they could trade him.
So, so that could be what it is. Maybe they just picked up a trade chip.
But Tony, that's the paper on what you just said, though, Tony. That's a big thing with Zoe that most Knicks fans complain. Even I remember him even acknowledging that he needed to pass the ball more. I forget. I remember his rookie year, and take it for what you want. I remember Mario Hezonja. Is that his name?
Yeah.
That dude used to clap and be like, "Yo, pass the." Like, you see him during the game. Yo, pass the ball. Like, there'd be times, bro. I remember there'd been times where Zoe would have a 3-on-1. Yo, he'll just take it by himself. It's like, bro. It's like it's just with Zoe, man. That was one thing that always bothered me with him. Was just like, yo, his unwillingness to pass the ball, man. Like, that thing used to kill me. Like, the ball movement would just stop. And then, the thing with Zoe is that this dude really needs the ball in his hands. And I think that was gonna be a problem, like, going forward. It's just like he needs the ball in his hand and go one-on-one. I'm just taking all your stuff today. It was going one-on-one, just to go one-on-one.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
I'm a big Trier fan, and I thought he deserved to play a lot more than he played this year. But just looking at the new guy, or just Trier in general, like, he really only does one thing. So maybe like for our team, maybe that's not a good fit. Maybe just what's his name, Pinson. Maybe he's a better fit overall. Maybe he does more than just. Well, I don't even think he scores that much, but he rebounds, he assists. You know what I mean? Maybe plays a little better defense. So maybe he's just a better fit.
We'll see. We'll see. I'm not sure if we know what I'm not sure what he has to fit into, but yet, because we don't know what's going on. But I do want to give a shout out to Grave, Greiv. Grave. He said, I have a feeling these last two signings are actually the idea of the guy they brought in to work the cap from the Cavs. And maybe,
that makes sense.
That maybe, especially if you're looking at, if you're thinking that they picked up Theo Pinson, to use him as a trade chip. How you feel about the other move the Knicks made?
Harper. I like that kid. I remember him from the summer league. He killed us. And I was actually thinking about, because he's a small point guard, but he's a real smart guy. Or at least on his basketball IQ is high. So I was thinking, what a great mentor Chris Paul would be if we happen to get Chris Paul. I see a lot of Chris Paul in his game. At least offensively, he's probably not quite the passer Chris Paul is, but he's probably a better shooter. That kid really can score, and his basketball IQ is real high.
Yeah, and 33 games for the Northern Arizona Suns, the G League team. He averaged 20.8 points, 5.7 assists, and he shot 36% from beyond the arc.
Yeah.
Yep, he's 22 years old. It's quick.
Yeah.
He's 5'11", so he's kind of small.
How big is his wingspan? You got a good wingspan though?
I don't know. So he's going to be a two-way player. So the Knicks, they waived Kadeem Allen, and they're signing this guy as a two-way player. So it'll be him and Kenny Wooten.
So Lamar Peters gets some look at then. Talking about a guy
he's under contract two-way for next year?
I think so. I think he's going to be a two-way player for next year.
Okay. I thought the two ways were 1 year contract.
No, because Kadeem Allen signed a 2-year contract.
Okay.
Yep. So.
Nice. And I was a fan of Kadeem Allen too. It was times I definitely argued he might have been our best point guard on the team.
So, Sim, they did say that Harper, he has a 6'6" wingspan.
6'6" wingspan.
So he can play defense. So
yeah, I know he was a star at Auburn, but I haven't really watched him play that much.
Well, I watched him in Auburn as well, and yeah, I mean, he does it all offensively, and he's a decent, at least decent defender. I wouldn't call him a great defender. Obviously, a lot of that has to do with his size, but he's also a smart player. So, again, that's why I kept thinking, like, you know, Chris Paul would be a great mentor for him.
Yeah.
Because they had to overcome a lot of the same type of obstacles as far as the size advantage and using their brain to help out in that department.
Okay. So this is the Knicks. The Knicks released a press release today. And it says the New York Knicks announced today that the team has claimed guard Jared Harper and his two-way contract off waivers from Phoenix and waived guard Kadeem Allen. All right, so it's not, so they didn't sign him. They just claimed him off of waivers, which means that they assume his contract, whatever his contract was. Harper, 5'11", 175 pounds, appeared in 3 games for Phoenix and 33 games, 33 starts, that is, for Northern Arizona as a two-way player for the Suns. He averaged 20.8 points, 5.7 assists, and 2.8 rebounds. He played 29.8 minutes a game. He ranked second in the league in usage percentage at 30% and third in free throws made, 111. The Mableton, Georgia native was originally signed to a two-way contract by Phoenix on July 18, 2019, after going undrafted at Auburn University in 2019 in the 2019 NBA draft. He's 6. Oh, then they go on to talk about Kadeem Allen. So there you go.
No doubt.
We'll get it.
I just wanted to call in real quick. Sim, keep doing your thing. Shout out to the chat. Peace, Isaiah.
Yes,
keep
sir.
doing your thing, Sim. Your black is time.
Appreciate you, bro. All right, peace. Let's get into another call here. We got Jamila. Jamila, what's popping? How you feeling?
Hold on 1 second. Can you hear me?
Yep, can hear you loud and clear.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good.
Hey,
I'm
Isaiah.
good.
How you doing, Isaiah?
Hey, Jamila, how you doing, mama? What's up?
I'm all right. I love you guys. Chemistry
we love you too.
is awesome, man. You really make me laugh and stuff. I'm
the one carrying. Don't forget, I'm the one carrying the conversation. Don't forget.
Yeah, but I have a conspiracy theory. So you see that we're in the middle of a coaching search right now, and you know what my take is. Like I'm a big Atkinson and you can give me Atkinson and Woody or Atkinson. Give me Atkinson or Woody.
Woody and Kenny and Woody.
Yeah, that's it. Kenny and Woody, right? But as far as this Thibodeau thing is concerned, do you think that the assistant coaches that they're interviewing right now could possibly be a part of his staff? And the reason why I ask that is, now I don't have an issue with Thibodeau. Like I said in my previous call, it's just that his assistants, I would be very annoyed if they bring those old guys in there. Do you think he's willing? Do you think that Leon Rose was like, look, we want you as a coach, but you have to change your you have to bring in new guys in here? Or is that wishful thinking on my part?
To Thibodeau?
Yeah.
You know, I can't say, but I would feel like this. If you're considering a coach and you think you got to ask that coach to change something that they do, then you probably don't want to hire that coach, right? Because if you're asking the coach to change something and the coach says, yeah, I'll change it, but then you still have that, you could still have a struggle with that coach, right? Because that coach is going to have some old habits that may be hard to break. So So I think if they were going to hire Thibodeau, that they could hire him the way he is.
Yeah, so I get that point. It's just that, like, for example, like when you look at Popovich, right? Popovich is one of the best coaches in all of sports. But I think what makes him one of the reasons why he's always relevant is that he always has young assistants on his staff. So, you'll always have fresh eyes, fresh ears or whatever. And that also gives him the opportunity to, pass on his knowledge to the young staff. And that's the reason why they're always getting poached, because when you look at the NBA, he has like 5 different coaches and a bunch of assistants in there. You know what I mean? And when I look at what the Knicks have been doing as far as the front office is concerned, every single person that they brought in so far, with the exception to Perrin, is like under 45 years old. And even in Perrin's case, they pulled two young scouts to work under him. So the way it looks to me is if like the Knicks want to bring in some young flesh and blood in here. And, so when I'm looking at, the actions, everyone assumes that, he wants to go veteran coach. But what I'm looking is like he's bringing people that's good at scouting, and he's bringing all these young people in here, young guys in here. So I don't know how you could hire a coach and just not have any young people on the staff. And then if Thibodeau, like, for example, if Steve Mills, had suggested, we want you, Tibbs, but we need to bring a new assistant in here, he may say, well, who the hell are you? I'm not doing that. But do you think because he has a good relationship with the current front office that he's willing to acquiesce to their quote-unquote demands, if any?
Yeah, I think so. I think Leon Rose has it seems like, and I feel like that he has a different respect across the league.
Do you think so? You heard his interview. What was it, yesterday or 2 days ago? And you heard the qualities at which he's looking for in a coach. Who do you think that he was describing based on the coaches that we're looking at now?
I don't know. That's a good question. I'm not sure. I think some people feel like he was describing Tibbs.
I wish Mark was on the call because I know he's a big Tibbs guy, whatever.
You just got to say KP 3 times to get him to come on the show.
Yeah, I know. I like I said, I don't know, man. I can't. I feel like I have no credibility as far as picking coaches because I wanted Fizdale last time, so we all see how that turned out.
You're not the only one. I wanted Fizdale too. So
don't you feel bad about yourself?
Like whatever, huh?
Don't you feel bad about yourself? A lot of us wanted Fizdale when we picked him.
I wanted Fizdale too.
Like
man.
If we didn't get Mike Budenholzer, I did want David Fizdale. We didn't get Mike Budenholzer. I'll hold on to that. I'll own that.
Yeah, I'll own it. But I'm just saying, like, and Thibodeau's a good coach. I don't know. To me, I just get the feeling he's stuck in his way, and he's gonna be like this. The way I've been doing things has got me this far, so I'm gonna continue doing that. And I don't know, like the fact that the whole idea is that he has a bunch of coaches that he could just dust off and be like, okay, well, I got a new job. So these coaches have no incentive to improve or anything because they know regardless of what, they'll have a job because he'll just call them. And I that terrifies me.
Yeah,
because we're stuck between a rock and a hard place. Yes, we have young guys in here that need to be developed, whether you like them or not. And at the same time, we want to be able to get some veterans in there. So it's not necessarily a whole develop-like job. It has to be a combination of two, and which one does that best?
Right. Now, I hear you. Jamila, thank you for the call.
Man. Have a good night,
and
man.
Hopefully we find out soon. Leon Rose said by the end of July.
I'll have heartburn and anxiety till then.
Right, yeah. I'm right there along
Thanks,
with you.
Jamila.
All right.
Talk to you later.
Have a good night, man.
Who we got next? Oh, it's the guy that I have a hard time understanding sometimes. He's a good caller, but sometimes I have a hard time understanding.
I like my Irish, baby.
Caller, you're live. What's popping with you, bro?
Ezekiel Simeon.
I'm doing pretty good. How you feeling?
Good disappointed in the signing of Theo Pinson. I just have to let you know that I live in North Carolina, so I watched this kid, when he was at UNC. And this guy is basically the black version of Rudy. He's just a cheerleader. He has no skills.
Wait, what did you just say?
You said the black version of who?
Rudy.
Rudy.
You know that movie, Rudy?
Oh, Rudy. Okay, Rudy. Yeah,
I thought you were talking about Rudy Huxtable.
Rudy. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, this guy at UNC was garbage. All he was known for is like cheering on the bench and giving water to all the star players.
I mean, I don't know. Again, I think, after listening to the first caller, I do think that maybe this guy they picked him up to be a trade chip. Like a trade, someone that you can throw into the trade to make salaries match or something like that. So.
I hope that's the case, because if they keep this guy, then I don't know what they're thinking, because he's really that bad. Like, he's so bad you can have a guy off the streets, replace him, and that guy would be as good.
We get Isaiah out there. He let the Knicks give him a contract.
Yo, do you know who this dude sound like? You remember Mr. Burns from The Simpsons?
Oh, I think he sounds like himself.
He sounds like Mr. Burns from The Simpsons, though, but that's what's up.
Yo, dogs, why are you making...
Yeah, if I sound like him, I sound like him. But no, you're right. That you could have Isaiah out there. You could put Guillermo out there. You're as good as this guy.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess we'll see if they decide to keep him. He had some decent numbers in the G League, not over the top numbers. So how would that translate to the NBA? Well, he averaged 3 points and shot 30% from the field and 21% from three in the NBA. So I don't know. I guess we just gotta wait and see, because remember, and like the guy with the super chat said, Grave, I think it's Grave. They hired that guy from Cleveland who's supposed to be a
draft guru, right?
A capologist.
Oh, yeah.
A capologist. And maybe, I said it before, you got to have guys that understand how to make moves to take advantage of loopholes in the cap and things like that. Not that this is really a loophole, but that understand how to make moves to say, if we, you waive, this guy's been waived, we claim him, waive Trier, now we got to trade Chip, certain things like that. So, just thinking outside the box a little bit to try to amp up your assets to make moves. Let's hope that that's what it is.
Yeah, I hope that's the case. Obviously I'm going to wait and see and try to give Leon a chance, to prove me, prove me wrong about this, that they're actually going to try to trade this guy. I just, if they keep this guy, I will go nuts. To see him on the Knicks, like, this guy's role is just a water boy. Like, you're going to get paid a lot of money to give guys water. That's the way I look at this guy.
Yeah, well, hey, man, I appreciate the call, bro.
Hey, you're a good brother, man. I appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Yeah,
they keep calling me Isaiah Perkins, man. What the heck?
Isaiah Perkins. You look like Kendrick Perkins.
Oh my, Andy, I don't like this, Andy. I don't like this. This is profiling me. I don't like this.
What do you guys think about Stephon Marbury, man? And what he
wasn't happy about World Wide West.
Right. Apparently, neither is Rasheed Wallace, but Stephon Marbury, he said, come on, man.
Yeah.
He said, New York Knicks, did you really just bring in worldwide sucker to the New York Knicks? Really? He said, you brought this dude here? Why? I'm a real New York Knicks fan. I've been a Knicks fan since I was a kid. He said, come on, Jim Dolan, you got to be kidding me. You brought this dude here, really? What's going on, man? He said, there's got to be an explanation. Not him. Out of all people, you bring this dude here? You bring him to New York City, to New York. He said, he ain't got no credibility here. He said, then he goes on and said, when are we really going to try to win in New York? And And then he added the Knicks. He said the people of New York deserve a real New York. The people of New York deserve what? The people of New York deserve real New York people. Oh, leading the way for New Yorkers. He said these fake kiss ass blow up fast cats ain't gonna cut it. Ain't gonna cut the check other than going to the Bank of America to deposit the check.
Listen, man. This is the same. Oh no, go ahead, Guillermo. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Zay. Okay.
I like Stephon Marbury, but this is the same dude that ate Vaseline, man. I can't listen to a grown man that ate Vaseline, man. I can't. But when it comes to Stephon Marbury, man, it's like what can you say? I mean, Worldwide West, man. Like Guillermo said, this dude is a snake, but he's our snake. He's the one that's going to be doing all the grimy stuff, the stuff behind the scenes, man. I'd rather us have him than another team have him and they finesse us. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather him be the one to finesse for us. And for Stephon Marbury to say, why bring him here? It's like, bro, look at the history. Him and James Dolan have had history together. They're friends they worked together for the most part for a couple of years. So it's like Stephon Marbury, what? I mean,
who is he to talk? Like, bro, when you came here, as Stephon Marbury, guys remember, he's one of the more powerful point guards physically in terms of being able to go to basket. This is a guy who's also messed up a great opportunity he had with Kevin Garnett. That should have been a duo for years to come. He messed that up. This guy went to the Phoenix Suns, and then they were hey, we can move on from this dude. He's a head case, right? And the thing about it is that yes, Worldwide West got to where he is, and we've said it. He got there by being a snake. He is a slithering snake. But let's be honest. There are a lot of people who are smart as hell, and they don't get nowhere in life. And I say nowhere. They don't get as far as they should in life. And there are people who know how to play the game. And as much of a snake as he is, he knows how to play the game. And the thing about it is that he's learned how to smooth, get his way with certain players. If he could do that with us and be productive in getting free agents here and helping us to scout who the underrated players are, that's all I care about. Now, you have your personal beefs with him. Why don't you just say that he's that type of sucker, blah, blah. But put it like this. You talk about real New York dudes. You're a real New York dude from Lincoln High, and you were terrible for us. So I don't know all this stuff about, you ain't no real New Yorker. Yeah. Well, you were too, and you didn't win a chip with us. You were pretty, I don't say unproductive, but you were pretty unsuccessful with this. So I don't know what Rasheed Wallace has to say, but again, I don't know. It's just, Marbury, just shut up.
But Guillermo, that's the part that really kills me, right? And this is the part that always kills me with Knicks fans. Is like, we need a New Yorker on the team. We need a New York head. We need a dude from New York. Every time we get somebody from New York, what happens? They go to the club at 2 a.m., 6 a.m., and they party, they go out with their friends. They don't, no, man. I hate when people be like, we need a New York person from New York to understand the Knicks. No, we don't, bro. Every time we bring a Stephon Marbury, all these other dudes that come from New York, they do the same thing every time. Joakim Noah. What do? They party. They don't care. They come on now. They don't bring the energy that they always talk about in their press conference. Like, I'm the dude from New York. This is my hometown. Man, stop that, man. I hate when they do that. When they always talk about New York, this New York. Nah, dude. Every time these New York dudes come here, they take it as a joke. They go to the clubs and they don't care. So I'm tired of this New York crap. Like I'm tired of that junk, man. It's stupid. I hate that notion, yo. They always do that.
One other thing with Worldwide West is that if he's connected to these agencies, right? You know what I mean? Like you said, he's going to be there to do the dirty work, the real slithering work. If he has connections to, Jay-Z, who has Rock Nation, if he has connections to, obviously CAA, but we need guys who can also speak to these agencies and get them to promise, hey, if you come to New York, we'll allow you, like the whole KD thing, right? We'll put you, if you're a 1B type of superstar, right? We'll somehow find a way for you to be the face and have some equity ownership in a digital marketing company or this, investment company, whatever in New York. That's how you sell it. Because again, these guys, they can play anywhere they want. You know what I mean? The location to them is not as grand as it was maybe back then. So you got to sell them on other things. Hey, you're coming to New York, you know, say in 5 years or whatever, 4, whatever, say Amazon or some company wants to come to New York. Hey, we'll give you 7% equity, you know, ownership or some crap, 5% equity ownership, something like that. 2%, that's too high, 1% or whatever. You come to New York, we'll give you this digital marketing company. You'll have your own podcast, blah, 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 and you do it from New York. And that's what World Wide West can finagle and finesse for these guys. And we need that because KD did it and now he's in Brooklyn. You know what I mean? And KD has all these platforms. And so we have to modernize what we sell to these players, right? We can't just show them a presentation and play Frank Sinatra talking about New York. These kids don't give a damn about that. They try to listen to Pop Smoke, Fabio, you know what I mean? So they need you to present them with other opportunities in New York, which is rich. Real estate opportunities, marketing opportunities, technology opportunities, private equity, venture capitalist opportunities. Make these guys the face of a lot of these big financiers in New York who are trying to expand their coverage, their business, their visibility. You know what I mean? And if World Wide West can do that, smooths his way in with all these people, Jay-Z, you know these people, that's a big win for us. So Marbury, you don't have anything to offer. You didn't offer us anything with the Knicks. Rasheed Wallace, I salute you because in those few games you played, bro, you were a post-up maestro. You just broke down. You're older. But again, I don't know what your beef is with him, but you guys got to look at it from the team standpoint. How's it going to benefit the team? Everybody, he's a sleaze, but think about this. Would you rather have a sleaze working for you getting the job done? That's what I'm saying, man. I'd rather have a sleaze working for me getting the job done, man. I don't care about you being a goody two-shoes. Are you productive?
Andy, what do you think, man?
Yeah, I'm with Guillermo on this one. I don't care from the guy where is he from, but if he's on our side, I'm rooting for him. So you can't put it the other way.
Yeah. This is what Rasheed Wallace had to say. He said, I mean, damn, it's been getting worse when asked about the direction of the Knicks. He said, we all think it can't get no worse. They're going to hit rock bottom, but they keep going lower and lower. I'm just a little confused by it all. If you ask me, it's one thing to have a former agent and agency coming in and giving you their input here and there. But to hire them full time, you're taking on a lot. Because now, unfortunately, James Dolan is taking on their baggage. Whoever they had beef with or problems with now is going to come up and affect them. He said now that they got those executive positions with the Knicks, they might not get these certain players or just going through the grapevine because there could have been other agents that could be mad with Leon Rose for trying to do this or do that while he was an agent. It's going to be interesting. My thought is more power to them. I was with them for a while, but this is just a brain fart right here.
Yeah, for me is like both Marbury and Wallace got burned maybe in the past by World Wide West. That's why they're just talking this.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the only thing, man. Maybe they tried to to cope with them, but they didn't work out, and they felt lowballed or something like that. It's only bad blood in the past. So
yeah, that's definitely what it sounds like.
Yeah, I mean, again, these two sound, man, and I love Rasheed Wallace, I really do, but it does sound like this hurt, man, that they got done dirty, they got played in a transaction, but that's World Wide West. That's what he does. Again, man, I'd rather have this dude working for us than working against us, and so my whole thing is this, right? If they're gonna go through that agent spill of players gonna feel a type of way, well, where's the same energy for Rob Pelinka? Because people were saying this before. People were saying this about Rob Pelinka, how, and I'm not comparing Leon Rose to Rob Pelinka and how we're gonna get like a superstar like that, but people were saying, well, look, Rob Pelinka, he's gonna he burned bridges with a lot of people, and nobody's gonna work with him. He signed LeBron James. Well, he signed LeBron James. They got Anthony Davis here. So what are we saying about basketball agents that or people basketball agents that become presidents? And I know we don't have that many examples, but it's just like, we got to get out that notion that they're gonna burn bridges. Listen, this is the game, son. And I'm not talking about the basketball game, but it's a game that they all play. You know, they all get somebody gets played. Someone gets a deal done. It's the game that they play, man. It's life. That's business. You know what? You're gonna feel some type of way. It's not personal. It's business.
That's what it is. Somebody. I don't care who you hire. They have somebody that they probably did wrong.
Of course.
No matter who you would have hired, if they are, if they're NBA people, you know what I mean. I don't know.
And Isaiah, let's remember Bob Myers from the Golden State Warriors was an agent, right?
Right.
Now, look, Andy, does anybody ever bring up Bob Myers being an agent? Does anybody ever bring that up?
Not because he won a chip.
Right. I mean, yeah. So, I don't know. Let me get to this caller here. Caller, you live. What's poppin'?
Hey, what's up, Sims? This is Rob the Knicks.
Rob, what's going on, man? How you feeling?
Gotta turn the volume down.
Man, I've been trying to catch up with y'all for a minute. I'm sitting in whereby NYK. Nobody coming in.
Yeah. I'm gonna change that sooner or later, man. I just get caught up with so much stuff. I forget to change the graphic because we're using Zoom now, and I forget to change the graphic and put the stuff up there. You know what I mean? But
bro.
I gotta make sure I have it done by the next show.
I didn't know that y'all started the Odd Couple.
It's definitely the Odd Couple, but it's definitely the Odd Couple.
Hey, Rob, man, you gotta turn that volume down, man. I know you got it on low right now, but you need to put it on low.
Oh man, okay. Hey man, it's brand new, man. All right, I just try to talk lower. How about that?
I'm messing with you, Rob.
Is that better?
Nah, you good, bro. You good, man. Don't listen to him.
Better?
You good, man.
Oh, okay. I'm doing.
Come on, this guy reads like Floyd Mayweather. Don't listen to him.
Oh my God, I can read, y'all.
Did you hit him with the temperature gun before you let him in the studio?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. He was good.
He let him infect you now.
Yeah.
Rob, don't do that to me, Rob. In Connecticut, we're pretty clean, Rob.
Yo, so how you feeling about the Trier thing, Rob? How you think? I know that's your man. How you feeling about the Trier thing?
Oh man, look, I just got a little bit of I've been indisposed of for a minute, like really like doing some other things. What happened with Trier?
He was waived.
Man, they were stupid. You could have got more for Trier than you could have got for I know they picked up that the Harper dude, right?
Yeah, they picked up Jared Harper, right?
Man, you know what?
You there? Oh, I guess he got so mad he hung up. I don't know what happened.
Oh man.
Guess he got so mad he hung up. Well, look, man. Oh, let me see. Let me get to another phone call here. A couple more calls, man, and then we're gonna get to Andy and Guillermo. Then we'll head up out of here. Caller, you live. What's popping?
Oh, Sim, what's up, Sim?
What's going on, man? Who's this?
What's up, Sim? This State, man. How you doing, man?
Hey, what's popping with you, brother? How you feeling?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm loving the Knicks moves right now. I'm loving it.
Okay. All right. So I mean, what you love about it so far? What you think's happening? What do you think about Theo Pinson? If you love that move.
Well, for me, I see Leon Rose got a capologist. I see he got a new scouting department. I see that he got Worldwide West for 2021 free agency. All he needs to do is get the proper coach. We already know the foundation. The foundation is RJ, Mitch. He named Frank. He named Knox. He named DSJ. He kind of said Randall, but he didn't really mean – I don't know if he really meant to say Randall, but he just threw it in there. So I'll include Randall. But so far, so good for me. I just need Leon Rose to pick the correct coach. For me, just the Knicks in general, I'm tired of the hate that just down. Like, you got Rasheed Wallace hating on us. He talking about Worldwide West. You got Stephon Marbury hating on us. He's talking about Worldwide West. My only fear that I don't want the Knicks to do. For example, Sim, I seen a Twitter post today. If the Knicks get the number 1 pick, would you trade that pick for Trae Young? That's the only thing. That's my only fear right now.
No.
Don't move. Don't make any unnecessary moves. We good. We got a clean cap. I love this roster, by the way, that Scott Perry's drafted as well. So for anybody who thinks that Scott Perry has been bad drafting, I'm going to need you to think again, because he got us a future shooting guard. He got us a young wing in Kevin Knox. He got us a young big in Mitchell Robinson. And he got us a productive role player parentheses, productive role player as far as Iggy is concerned. But I'm liking everything that's going on so far. I don't think Knicks fans should be mad. Steve Mills is gone. I need Knicks fans to not worry about free agency. Let Worldwide do his magic, because we all know who's the main prize for 2021 free agency. So let's just sit back. Don't be so judgmental. And let's see what the Knicks could do.
Mm-hmm. So State, shout out to you, State. What's up, man?
Yeah, what's up? What's up, Isaiah?
Not much, brother. I'm just stealing the food out here. I agree with you for the most part, man. What you were saying. I'm not the biggest fan of Knox no more, like I used to be, because I just got to see something better defensively.
Can I say something to you about Knox real quick?
Yeah. Talk to me. You're on my show.
I'm gonna need you to be. When you talk about Kevin Knox, place it in context, right? We know that he had a down sophomore season, but the Knicks is the main reason why he had a down. Knox improved this season on his defense and his passing. If you watch Mitchell Robinson highlights, a lot of his highlights. Hold on, Isaiah. A lot of Mitchell Robinson's highlights is from Kevin Knox passes. This is a fact. Also, Kevin Knox has gotten better this season on defense. Yes, his offensive numbers has been trash. But I'm a guy, I don't value box scores. I don't value box numbers. I value production. I value what I see. Knox offense has been bad this season, but his defense and his passing has gotten better. He's gotten less minutes after the Knicks traded Mook Morris. So just place it in context upon why Knox had it down year. Okay. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. No, I agree with you, man, but I don't agree with you with the defense. I don't know what you were watching.
Sim put up the numbers.
Tell him, State. Tell him, State.
Right on the screen.
I mean, I guess I just haven't seen what people are seeing defensively, but I will say this:
he's not a lockdown defender.
I know
he's not saying he's a lockdown defender. He's just showing you some areas of improvement.
Thank you.
I agree with you, but I will say this though:
second on the team in blocks. Come on, Isaiah. He's second on the team in total blocks. He's second on the team.
Well,
in
blocks don't mean.
Finish.
I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry.
Blocks don't mean what? You want defensive production, right?
But hold on. Can I say something real quick? His numbers regarding his defensive field goal percentage versus that player's average, there was a positive differential, which means that he allowed defenders their percentages when Knox was guarding them was higher versus normal. So again, there may have been a few games. I could point to games where Knox looked like a good player. Like I think one of the late Chicago games where it was like, and we covered. I think he had like 14 points, whatever. It was like, Knox is showing flashes. But again, Knox shows flashes. He showed flashes last half where there was no pressure. Where it's like, already out the playoffs and look, he's young. He's still growing. I'm not killing him, but all these little things about development here and there. I mean, I got to see it. Maybe I'll look for splits later in the season for that stuff. But, watch him again. I mean, he was getting – I don't know where the development was defensively.
From what? I got to disagree
crappy
with
to that?
Because if you telling me Knox is going to be a better defender with Bobby Portis on the floor and Alfred Payton and DSJ, you got to be kidding me, bro.
Well, Knox's issue – many times, many times Knox's issue wasn't – all right, he's coming to help. Like he has to come in and pick up their slack. It was literally his man beating him to the basket. Like put like this, perfect play. We always talk about this one play where literally backdoor cuts. I mean, the only person there is the baseline, is the out of bounds play, which should actually be your friend. no one should be beating you for a backdoor cut if you are in front of your man. Like, he should not be beating you to the back. And I've seen that happen with Knox. Now, we can talk about the players being around him, them sucking, and that's true. They could bring down the defense where it's like the thing with Frank, right? Where he last year with Cantor would never come up for the pick and roll. And so basically Frank didn't know, all right, I got to run around or do I switch? Like, Cantor was terrible in terms of – but many times Knox's defense, it's one-on-one. It's his bad positioning because, look, he has bad feet. But how you could beat bad feet was a better anticipation. It's better reading of the game. Okay, I know this guy likes to go to his right, and he's not a great shooting from his right. All right, let me play him back because he's not going to shoot from his right. You know what I mean? If you're playing an Ish Smith, you know Ish Smith's not going to shoot. You know what I mean? So, or shoot right in front of you, you can try to drive to the basket. So Knox, to me, I got to watch it, but I didn't see this discernible. I saw more development from Trier and his offense in terms of not just being a ball hog than I saw from Knox's defense, per se.
I got one more thing for y'all, and I'm going to get out of here. I got one more thing for y'all.
And people, well, go ahead, State.
Well, last thing, I'm going to get out of here for y'all. Robinson. Tim, you said something that I loved about a week or two ago. How much better did he really get this season? Because when I watch Mitchell Robinson, he's the same guy from his freshman season. He dunks and lobs. So his little setting season, I don't really take it serious. I will take Mitchell Robinson serious when he jump shots and he starts shooting perimeter shots from three. That's when I will take Mitchell Robinson seriously. Besides that, I don't think I'm paying Mitchell Robinson next offseason soon when it comes to paying Mitchell Robinson and not paying Mitchell Robinson. But I'm out of here, fellas. Love you.
All right. Appreciate you, bro. I mean, look, you know, take from it what you want. You know, some people will say it is or it isn't, whatever. You know, with Kevin Knox on the floor, the opposing team's offensive rating was 112.3. When he's off the floor, the opposing team's offensive rating was 114.1. You know, that's just something quick. I just want to see what his on-court, off-court rating was, and I'll go, you know, look at some other things. I'm trying to find some of the other stuff in the article that I read, but I got to go back and find that article. I'm not exactly sure what it is. But there, I don't know. I mean, I think he showed some strides defensively. I'm not calling him an all-world defender, but I've seen some plays where, he made third and fourth efforts. He's not going to be perfect on all defensive rotations and things like that, and I'm not expecting him to, but sometime in the future, hopefully, I expect him to. But we'll have to see where it goes from there. I will see where it goes from there.
I will say this though, Sim. I wanted to say this on the State, but I kind of, I heard what Guillermo was saying about Trae Young. I need people to realize, man. I think Trae Young, if you had the first pick and you traded for Trae Young, I wouldn't do it for Trae Young, man. Like, people fall in love because he scores, but that dude, man, you want to talk about bad defensively. That dude, I don't even know if he could guard me, and I'm pretty good. So But no, man, Trae Young isn't it, man. I mean, plus he's a really, people try to say he's an efficient shooter. He's really not. So, I just wouldn't fall in love with Trae Young, man, if you're gonna go that route.
Well, I mean, I don't know who said anything. Who?
Well, State said that.
I'm saying I don't know who wrote or made the suggestion to trade Trae Young for the number one pick. I don't know. Maybe someone just talking garbage threw it out there. I want to give a shout out to Lucky here from Sportscaster. Thank you for the tip. And Galaxy Fan, thank you for the tip. We appreciate it.
That Freezy?
We appreciate it. Yeah, Big Freezy's over there.
Hey, what's up, Big? What up, Big Freezy?
Rob the Nick was over there too. I'm not sure if he's still over there.
I can hear him yelling. I can hear him yelling now.
Yeah, and Busy Al 39, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate you, man. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, it's 1 o'clock in the morning.
Oh man, I'm about to be knocked out.
This guy, I mean, he just took a power nap. He's probably not gonna be knocked out.
Yo, you gotta stop telling people stuff, man.
I told him earlier. It was already out
on
there.
the stream.
Oh, I did.
On the stream.
Right. He was sleeping. We're doing the front stoop, and he's sitting there sleeping on the screen.
I was sleeping on the stoop.
Come on, man. Like a wino.
A rhino? You just call me a rhino?
A wino. A wino.
Look at him. Just go to sleep.
Hey, you need to shut up with your muscle shirt.
It's not V-neck, bro.
Let me get one last call, man, and then we'll get out of here. This is our World Wide West on the call.
Oh, Kevin?
Caller, what's popping with you, bro?
What's popping? What's popping is worldwide. I gotta change the name now, you know.
Yeah, you gotta change the name now, man. What's happening with you?
You know Worldwide West a snake, he gonna sue you.
Facts, man.
So what's going on, man?
Tell, man? You hit it on the head when you said that dude sound like the dude from Breaking Bad.
He do sound like the dude from Breaking Bad. Hey, look, you gonna get me in trouble, man. I'm trying to hide out in Maryland. You'll get me in trouble.
Word. Yeah, man, but so listen, man, what I wanted to say was I think it's pretty, if you read between the lines, it's pretty clear what the organization wants to do and how they want to build, because Leon Rose knows we got 7 draft picks in the next 2 years, whatever it is. And we have a draft pick this year. We got all young players on our team. Like, the most obvious way that we're about to build is through the draft. So he hired a bunch of guys who are experts in scouting and, you know, selecting players and evaluating talent. So I'm confident that we're going to select 1 or 2, because you only need 2 superstars. But I guess, you know, I say it's like an easy thing. We've been trying to get superstars forever. But if we can, even if we don't get like superstars, like top tier talent, if we could put together a team that complements each other, you know, in the right way, we get 5 guys who are all good, who all can dribble, pass, shoot, you know, put together a team, have a good coach. We could actually do something. So I'm pretty sure that Leon Rose is gonna go through the draft to try and build this team and build from the ground up, and probably pull a veteran like Chris Paul, you know what I mean, to set the culture and set the tone, you know, have guys playing hard day in and day out, you know. So I pretty much think that that's the route that they're going to go, you know. I don't think that a lot of guys are getting nervous, think that we're going to mortgage the future and trade some of these young cats. But I don't really see that happening. I don't really see that happening. And about what the other caller was talking about, Kevin Knox development, like, I feel what he was saying, but, you know, my thing is, what I don't agree with you, Sim, is that you say that, you know, he played 12 minutes a game, and, you know, you kind of, like, what is a man going to do in 12 minutes a game? But now at the side that I agree with you on is that he played so bad that, I mean, you can't really play him very much, you know? So it's like you can't reward a player for not, you know, performing on the court. It sends a bad message. And initially I wasn't agreeing with that, but I see the logic behind that. So, you know, I just feel like Kevin Knox, this is a big year for him. He's gonna have to definitely show improvement. You know, I don't think he's comfortable playing with veterans, like certain type of veterans, like Julius Randle's type guys, you know, because he's more apprehensive when he plays with them. You see, like, when he's on the court with, you know, the younger players, he plays a little more loose and free. I don't think we give him enough credit as far as, like, playing with the ball in his hands, because he does play better with the ball in his hands. Like, he plays well off the pick and roll. He gets to the basket, he draws fouls. He can pass the ball now. You know, he did improve passing the ball, but, I mean, overall, he just got a long way to go. You know, but I think that, you know, we're wilding out talking about if he don't. I don't know if it was your show or a different show. Somebody was like, oh, if he don't improve this year, then, you know, he's got to go. Like, it's only his 3rd year. He's 19, 20, 21, something like that. You know, we got to give these guys time to develop and to grow and then see what they become. You know, because I think Kevin Knox got potential. You know, if he can get it together. 6'8", 6'9", you know, big wingspan. You know, he can shoot from the outside. You know, I think he has, like, serious potential. I don't know what y'all think.
Yeah, I think with Kevin Knox, it's all about just maturation. Like that whole thing you said with, maybe he doesn't feel comfortable playing with veterans on the floor or certain veterans. Some of that is just maturing. You know what I mean? Like, think about it. When you was a young man and you played with, some older people, you might have been a little gun shy or a little this. Maybe not everybody, but a lot of people might have been a little gun shy and this and that until you got older and you grew and you matured a little bit. Yeah. Some of that, I think, is absolutely. That if that's one of the things, that he's just a little bit apprehensive while playing with some of the older guys. As you mature and you grow and you become one of the elder statesmen on the team, that confidence grows with you. You know what I mean? And I think with Kevin Knox, it's just a lot of that is, just growing as a young man and being confident in yourself as a young man. And it's a maturation process.
Yeah, I mean, I think with Kevin Knox, man, because I just looked up his age. He is still only 20. And then, I will say this, though. Being in New York, we know it's not the easiest place to play, especially with the inconsistency of the coaching and especially with David Fizdale, because he did have David Fizdale for 2 years, which is abnormal now in New York. So it's like, and then plus we have a coach like David Fizdale who really didn't run plays to our likings and didn't coach the way he should have been coaching. With Kevin Knox, man, it's just, I agree, man. This is really a make or break year, man, because sad to say, man, I can wholeheartedly see him, playing out his rookie year with the Knicks, maybe getting another contract as a prove it, and maybe there's still talent in you kind of deal. And then after a while, he's going to be in overseas in China or not playing basketball professionally after a while. So I think this really is a big year for Kevin Knox, man. I like the kid, man, but
I disagree, man. I don't see that happening to him at all.
Well, we said that about a lot of players. But I'm not coming at you, but there's a lot of players.
Other players in the past. It's not the first play that they've mishandled and they haven't developed properly. Listen, from the other perspective, like looking at it from Kevin Knox's perspective, he didn't. You had him buried behind Mo Harkless, who's never going to play on the team again, and Morris, who's never going to play on the team again. It's just like certain things that the Knicks do, it don't make sense. They're halfway in, halfway out. I feel like. Go ahead.
My thing is this, though, right? So, all right, we give Kevin Knox 12 minutes. He does nothing defensively good on the floor, and he looks bad. You can't reward good behavior. It's like a child. You can't reward good behavior if they're doing bad. You can't do that.
Bad behavior.
Hold on. Can I say something real quick?
You know what I meant to say.
Can I say something real quick, sir? Can I say something real quick? You said that if you give a dude 12 minutes, what can they show? Well, what about Allonzo Trier? Allonzo Trier was getting 9 minutes here, 10 minutes here. There was one game he had 9 minutes to score 9 points. There were games where Allonzo Trier literally had 10 minutes and he scored maybe 11, 12 points and got the Knicks back into contention against the opponent. So, I mean, it's not even just pure production, right? It's not necessarily on my end. I'm not looking for Knox to come in and be this ridiculous scorer, right? And score these points. I understand it's tough to score in
NBA. Right, because they're two totally different types of players. You know what I mean? They're two totally, completely different types of players.
No, but you made the point that you're making a point that if you give all he can do about the 12 minutes, blah, blah. Well, I'm saying that you can do something with those minutes. Now, Trier's go-to is that he can score. That's his brother, his butter. That's his bread and butter. You know what I mean? But Kevin Knox, too many times, you saw the defensive lapses. You saw the mental lapses. I literally watched the game where Kevin Knox, the play is coming to him. He's on the wing, and he's looking at the ball, grabs he's going to catch the ball and bobbles it out of bounds, right? And I've seen that multiple times from Knox. I've seen times where Knox is going for the rebound, ball slips out his hands out of bounds, the other team's ball. You know what I mean? So focus and concentration is what I was looking for. And he had too many lapses. Wide open threes, he missed a lot of wide open threes. That's supposed to be his bread and butter. Now, I agree with you. Development was not there. They did not run enough cuts and curls and stuff for him like they did with Kentucky. But still, to me, if we go into this draft, right, and I'm just looking at one dude, for instance, the kid Vasil, whatever, from Florida State. I'm watching a few highlights of this guy now. His points weren't up like that, but the dude can create his own shot. I think he's only 6'7", 6'6", so he might be around that range or whatever. But he looks tall. He plays kind of tall, right? if he comes and he fits RJ Barrett's mentality better than Knox, as much as I like Knox to develop, I'm gonna give it to the young dogs. This is a dog eat dog world. Like, as much as you want Knox to develop, we've been wanting guys to develop for years. But you got guys like RJ Barrett. There was no system created for him. And you saw he gave his all night in and night out. The focus and concentration was there. He got J by Kyrie Irving. He got J by Jason Tatum for game winners. But you saw his dog never died in him. He was getting ignored by Julius Randle. The dog never died in him. I want players where the dog does not die, where your confidence, it's resolute. And as much as we want Knox to develop, if we get a guy who can replace him, who's on that same level as RJ, I'm sorry, bro.
I agree with you, Guillermo. I do agree with you.
You always agree with Grandma. Of course, you're gonna agree with that.
But I think that goes to me like what you're saying about drafting someone. To me, that goes with any player that's on the team, not just Kevin Knox. Any player that's on the team. If you draft a player and they're better than the player that's in that position, or they outplay another player, then they should be on the floor. That's just not Kevin Knox. That's any player that's on the team.
Did I say that was different for any player?
But at the same time, like, man, you can't expect players to come in the league and just be the man automatically. This is the second year in the league, and he had, 2 different coaches. Fizz only had a year and like 20-something games. 2 different coaches. The organization is doing the same crazy stuff that they always do. You got to give him the benefit of the doubt a little bit. Like, I understand what you're saying. Like, his lapses was crazy. But the rest of the team had the same lapses. Everybody else had horrible defense as well. Everybody else.
Wait, no. Not to cut you off, brother, but like Guillermo said, not like what Guillermo said, you had RJ Barrett, a rookie get 2 game winners shot in his face, and I never saw that motor stop. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't say that. RJ Barrett's my man. I'm saying that, like, Elfrid Payton, he was out there getting scraped up. Dennis Smith Jr. was out there getting used up. Julius Randle was out there getting used up. Everybody he put on the court was getting scraped, was not hitting their open shots. Not just Kevin Knox, but it just looks worse.
And this is the part where I'm happy Steve Mills is gone, is because of the way he structured the team with, how can you have a starting 5 of Elfrid Payton, RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, Tobs Gibson, and I forgot who the other person would start. That's a non-shooting lineup with no spacing. Nobody can give you no type of spacing, barely any ball movement. So it's just, this team was set up to not be good. This team was set up to be bad. So it's just a complicated web of things, but it's just like, we like Guillermo said, we need to have self-starters and these dudes be held accountable, because you could blame a team a lot, but as a player, you have a responsibility to want to get better, to see what you're doing wrong and work on that. With Kevin Knox, man, defensively, it just wasn't there. It
just wasn't there. No, I feel you. But I think he will develop. But if there is a player that comes in that's better than him, but we're not getting Vassell, man. We're getting a point guard. Like, I think there's 100%. Like, there's no way we're not drafting a point guard. No,
we're getting LaMelo Ball. If you look at my Sportscaster video, you'll be seeing it.
Sportscaster, you talk about the point guard position?
Yeah, if you guys look at my Sportscaster, Isaiah B93, you'll see those videos up there. I'll talk about LaMelo Ball.
You got to talk about all the point guards. You know who's being slept on right now? Killian Hayes is being slept on. His game, he has the all-around point guard game.
But he plays like D'Angelo Russell.
He plays like D'Angelo Russell. Yeah, he does. D'Angelo Russell's pretty good, though,
Well, hey, World Wide West, I appreciate your call, bro. I'm about to head up out of here for the night, man.
You already know, Sam. Thanks for taking my call, fellas. Thanks for everything y'all do, man. You live in the chat every day, bro.
No doubt. Sir. Appreciate you, bro. Have a good one.
All right. You too.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm out of here for the night, man. Guillermo, Andy, y'all want to hit them off with,
Nah, man. Just some interesting times in Nickland, man. And please, because I know in the comments, I hate Knox. I don't hate Knox. I hope this dude develops into a 15-9 type of player, bro. But if we got more dogs like RJ Barrett, man, everybody sits here and talks about they're tired of losing. and tired of y'all want to make the playoffs. Not going to make the playoffs making excuses. You're going to make the playoffs with dogs. Dogs. You look at the Grizzlies. Understand me? So they have John Morant, but John Morant is a dog, and he making all those other dudes like who's the tall power forward they got? I can't remember.
Jaren Jackson.
Jaren Jackson, who's good, who's very good, but they're playing like, and Dylan, they're playing like dogs. So if y'all want to win, y'all better look at this draft and see where we. And it's not just for Knox, it's for anybody. Like Sim said, hey, if there's a guy that we could get that's better than Mitch, better than whoever, you get those guys around us. But right now, the foundation is Mitch and RJ, and I want dogs. I want young dogs. I want it so we look up, oh, crap, this team is sneaking into the 8C versus we got to hear more excuses for why dudes can't catch a ball or why the ball dudes are cutting back door. And nah, I want dogs. So hopefully Knox gets it. Hopefully he turns on his Goku, Kamehameha, Super Saiyan powers, and he gets angry. You got to take him to the strip club or something. Get that testosterone built up. But yeah, man, I'm tired of this crap, man. We need some dogs, man.
Right, Andy?
Yeah, for me as Knox, man, I saw improvements. I'm not going to lie, I saw improvements, but he's still the player that if I was on the opposite team, I would like him to guard me, man. That's the worst defender on the Knicks, and nobody's going to tell me otherwise, man. So, no, but I saw improvement, really. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be mad at Knox after a few games because I always have a player I knock on for a whole season. But, and then I feel that's going to be Knox this year. I don't have Melo now, so I think it's going to be Knox, the scapegoat for me.
All right.
But I hope he develops, man. I hope he develops.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely hope he develops. I think that he's going to develop. I still think Knox is going to be a good player in the NBA. A lot of people are down on him. I think the kid has a lot of talent. Is going to be a good player in the NBA. He just needs, everyone has a different developmental route. But fellas, I appreciate it.
All right. Can I not say nothing at the end? I want to say something at the end.
I don't know if I want you to say anything.
Go on Sportscaster, man. Go on Sportscaster. Isaiah.
Yeah, go on Sportscaster and say something. Exactly.
Oh, Andy.
There you go, Andy. That's right. Andy, tell him.
Andy, don't be a Judas.
That's right.
Andy, don't be a Judas. Don't betray me.
That's right.
But all I wanted to say was, listen.
But hold up. I don't want to hear what you guys had to say.
Why?
I want to hear what you guys say.
You gonna mute me?
I didn't mute. What you mean?
Oh, I'm still good.
I'm right. What do you mean you're still good? I can't mute you. You're not on Zoom. What are you talking about?
I got PTSD about that stuff, man. But I just want to say, everybody, I had a great time. Being the host of the show tonight. Nothing but Isaiah, which is great. Sim House is amazing. He really do got like 15 cars and a Muslim bodyguard. The honorable brother Hakeem. But we had a good show tonight, y'all. And we're gonna have fun tomorrow. Listen, we're gonna get these courts done tomorrow. It's gonna be fun. Man. We doing it for the community. That's why I came out here, because I am a Mediterranean.
I don't even know what you're trying to say. You're what?
I don't know what I'm trying to say, but God bless everybody. We love you. Shout out to Tony Cole for calling me skinny, and I'm not Perkins. Peace.
This guy, I don't know, man. This guy got issues.
Shut up, Jerbo, with your muscle shirt. They say you got a V-neck muscle shirt on, yo.
Anyway, we out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Peace.
Yes, sir.